It's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. Now in this one I'm going to quickly go over a pound yen recap. It's a very nice trade, and yeah, so as always we're going to jump on the day time frames, look at the overall structure of the market. As you can see, we have been selling off for quite some time. We took out loads of structural lows. We got a swing point here, up here, here. I'm potentially looking for another swing point, right, which is around here somewhere, which I'm looking for. Okay, but that's something we'll evaluate later. This is a counter turn trade. This was a long, and the reason why I took the long is because price was here, right, and it had pretty much clean traffic above this accumulation phase. This is a nice accumulation phase, so this just come up to like a high probability trading setup. But if we look at this, price broken above, and obviously retesting the 1 minute time frame, which our entry was, but this is a nice accumulation phase. We got the shoulder, and the neckline, right? And you'll see me mention this, especially in the breaker video. If you watch the breaker video, I mentioned that you will often see this pattern a lot, and this is obviously accumulation. But if we flip it, it's a distribution, right? And that's how we see the simple terms of Wyckoff phases. So yeah, pretty much price broken above here, closed above, pulled back, and I thought, you know what? At the time of doing this as well, it's important we keep track of time as always, guys. But at the time of taking this trade, it was 12 o'clock, and that is, for me, as you know, my New York session. So within that New York session, I look for the reversals, right? So I look to catch the reversal trades, and yeah. So price broken above, took out the breakout buyers. 12 o'clock came, price pulled back on the 1 minute time frame, which I'll show you now. But overall, it was a very nice trade. Pretty much, on a high time frame, it was clean traffic. There was a supply zone here, which we had to look for. But the price could just continue bullish and bullish and bullish. However, I would have been happy with closing around here, the equilibrium of this sort of supply and demand zone range. I would have been happy with closing around the equilibrium of that. That's absolutely fine. Price started pulling back on a 1 minute time frame that I would close out the trade, but price was extremely bullish. There's no there was no bearish candles on this time frame, right? But if you go down to the 1 minute, however, we can see here that not only this was a 28.44% trade, but if we just look at this, right, it presents itself many opportunities. So this is the original move, the most extreme point prior to the break structure, right? Now it doesn't matter if you focus on recent order blocks, breaker structure, or the most extreme, but pretty much what happened here is price came back down. It tagged into this order block or point of interest, right? But it also closed below. Okay, so that tells us that price is tapped into that area, took the liquidity, blah blah blah, but it's also closed below. So this tells us that we could see further bearish movement. Okay, we left that range, price closed above here, so this could also tell us that it could continue higher, right? And overall, we're looking for long opportunities anyway, right? If I just pull up the chart, I'll show you. Right, that was the original entry on the July 21, 9:15. So July 21, 9:15, I sent it, which is all the way around here somewhere, right? So after this block formed, we sent it out, okay? And that was the 1 hour time frame. But yeah, it's very simple. Price tagged into this, closed below, right? Came back up, closed above. So it's sort of choppy right now. Price came back down, started creating lows and lows and lows, substructure noise, pull back down, and at this point, it just failed to get any reaction from here. So we wouldn't look for trades from there. So price closed below, and I thought, 12 o'clock came in, literally pinpoint 12 o'clock, and I took the trade around 12. Around 12ish, 12:02, between 12 and 12:02. And it was a beautiful trade, and as you can see, 28.44%, right? In terms of scaling, you could have got plenty of scaling opportunities. You could have entered here, could have entered here, but it didn't pull back, right? Could have entered here and here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 opportunities, and 6th with the initial entry to scale into the trade, right? Why would you enter here? Because this order block, breaker structure, right? Also broken this structure, okay? Why'd you enter here? I didn't pull back, but broken structure above the highs, right? Why'd you enter here? Broken structure. So every order block that you see, remember, in order for it to be valid, there needs to be breaker structure. But the more of these trade recaps is just so you understand and pick up on things that I might say. So in this one, the more of the story is that you need to focus on time, because around 12 o'clock what you see is, this is GMT time, by the way, so UTC +1. So if you want to put on UTC +1 and mark up the chart and then switch it back to your time zone, you know what it is in your time zone. But it's 12 in our time zone, so between 12 and 5, that's my New York session. But usually I like to catch reversals between 12 to 2. So between that 12 to 2 hour period, we usually should look for, you know, for example, if price is bearish, we could look for long opportunities heading to New York, right? And this is something you see happen in the markets on an everyday basis, right? So, and I mentioned it in the course as well, New York session reversal, you know, happens every single day, you know, whether it's just a quick scalp or, you know, long-term move. In this case, it was a long-term move. So, you know, time frame, confluence, and, you know, time is important, really. So yeah, that's a very nice trade. Order block, that broken structure hasn't been tested. Imbalance above the order block, as you can see. Sort of created these lows, right? So sort of support zone got violated. Price broken above this another structure so you could scale in there. But yeah, nice reaction from the open. Entered on the open. So if you entered on the risk entry, that would have been a nice trade. But if you didn't want to enter on the risk entry, you could look for those scale-ins in which it presented itself, at least 5 opportunities there, okay? So yeah, what I'll do is end the video here. Like I said, it was just a simple video. And we'll see what price is doing now. But that was a 28.44%. If you're in the Discord and you called this one, well done. But yeah, let's jump on to a different recap, shall we?